Again, what role do you see the board playing on advising on suitable wage bill management in the face of revenue shortfalls?
Yeah, it is true that we are challenged with meeting our revenue targets. And in the past few years, we have seen the county struggle and fumble to ensure that we get the right manpower to manage the revenue department. As a board, I believe that we have a role to play in ensuring that we put the right people in revenue. I think we must set targets to the Department of Revenue to ensure that they meet their objectives. That is one thing that as a board we need to do. We also need to rationalize the staff that we have in that department, because you will realize that in the county we have the biggest number of workforce is found in revenue and enforcement and environment. Those are three areas where you would find over employment. To a point, you are Bwana Chair, where we need to cut on some of these unnecessary numbers. I know it is a painful decision to make, but if you look at the Auditor General's report in the past records, they are pointing out to the fact that we are spending more on labor and doing very little on development. I think we need to go with a thinner, efficient, happy workforce. We need to enumerate that revenue collector who brings actual money from the ground for us to use in our development. I think we need to reverse who needs to be rewarded more as a board so that we encourage a collection of revenue. That is one thing that I can promise that we shall strive to achieve. Thank you.
Mumba.
Good afternoon. Yes, there's been rising concerns about ethnic diversity despite compliance with the Gender Equity Article 232 (1) of G of the Constitution. As a member of the board, how would you actively work to ensure that future recruitment and promotion processes within the Kisumu County Public Service generally reflect the ethnic and cultural diversity of Kenya and adequately represent minorities, marginalized groups, and persons with disability without compromising the principles of mediocrity?
Yeah, I'm aware of the constitutional requirement in the attainment of ethnic diversity. I want to say that we shall need to carry an audit to see whether we already meet the threshold. If we do not, then as a board we have a responsibility to ensure that we reach the face of Kenya that is required in the Constitution. We shall institute measures, affirmative action to ensure that that is achieved. And I believe it is achievable. As a board, we share meetings with other board members. We can transfer labor from Kisumu to Bungoma, and in turn, Bungoma transfers labor to Kisumu through a bilateral arrangement so that they meet the same requirement and we also meet the same requirement, especially in high cadre positions like this. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult. You are one a chair to force somebody who did not apply to be admitted into a workforce when he did not apply, but we need to strive to achieve that. On issue of gender, persons with disability, I think we have a responsibility to ensure that our populace, our workforce, has all the cadres as is required by law. And we shall strive to make sure that we create positions and engage those groups, marginalized groups, whenever we are doing recruitment so that they are part and parcel of what we do. Thank you.
Yes, Vice Chair.
Yeah, first I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you for reaching this level. Because when I look back, I reflect and see you as a ordered man, showing that there is a time that you are being recruited by the board. And as we speak, if all goes well, you will be a board member recruiting. That will be an opposite of what happened in your life when the county was starting. I have this question. Beyond internal county structures, how do you engage with external stakeholders such as educational institutions, professional bodies, and civil society organizations to enhance County Public Service Board mandate, particularly in talent development and policy advocacy? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, how will we interact with external bodies or institutions as a board? I think as a board, we have one key role of ensuring that we have a labor force that is well trained, a labor force that is well inducted, a labor force that understands why we are here. And we can only do this if we collaborate. I remember in my experience as an administrator in those initial years, the county was collaborating to ensure that we ourselves got trained by organized civil society organizations to give us training. But our first laptops were a product of that kind of engagement. And we'd like to see a workforce that is happy, that is well exposed, and this will require that we work hand in hand with our external bodies. As an individual, I'm already working as a board member with other organizations, and we see what happens in those boards. And I think I would like to replicate some of the things that we have seen there. We can write proposals to ensure that we get support. I am also aware that programs that the county have run in the past, like KUP, had components of training for our workforce. I know that Kenya Devolution Support Program 2, which is coming, as a component of training. We only need to do the right things as a board to ensure that we get the 287 million euro funding so that we can use it to uplift the labor force in our county. I think we need it, and we shall ensure that we collaborate. Thank you.
Honorable members, I believe we come to the end of this vetting session. I have got 3 questions to you, Mr. Joshua. For one, what is your net worth? How rich are you? How wealthy are you? Who's your...
I am relatively poor by Kenyan standards, but very rich at heart. My net worth is about 35 million at most. I have 2 permanent houses on a 140 family land, which I have not valued because it does not belong to me. I have some pieces of land that I bought as a teacher. I have 2 cars. One belongs to my wife. One is for myself. I have a 5-acre beach plot in Mageta Island where my grandparents came from. which I did not quite value because I believe it may be valueless today. I would say that I have a few coins in the bank and I am a happy person. Thank you, Chair.
Now, where do you vote? Where do you vote?
Chair, I vote in Miwani Ward, Jagir Singh polling station,
Okay. How many wards do you have in Kisumu County?
35.
How many of them are in the city?
We have about 14 in the city, I think.
How many municipalities do we have?
We have quite a number. I think we have 4.
What are they for?
There is Awasi, Chemelil, Muhoroni. There is Katito, Paponditi. There is Holo and Mbewa. And I think we have Ahero was. I'm not very certain, but I know that their towns are linked in one way or another.
Then
It's
give
either
3.
Chemelil, Muhoroni, Awasi, Ahero, Katito, Paponditi, Holo, Mbewa. Maseno might be standing alone, I'm not very sure.
Okay. Now, I want to give you 1 minute if you have a comment or a question to the committee.
Chair, I want to thank this committee for their patience, the last candidates today. I know you've had a very busy day, and I want to thank you for giving me this honors and opportunity to serve. I do believe that if we are given an opportunity, we shall make a mark in this county. Thank you.
Yes, I'm giving back your original testimonials. You check them, plus your ID. We are grateful you came, Joshua. As I told you earlier, we already have your documents. We have started some due diligence on you. So this is just adding on what we have. So I want to wish you the best. Should the committee retreat and find that you are qualified, well and good. We expect that you do much that you've said here for the county.
Thank you, Chair.
If they say otherwise, I think you still belong to Kisumu County. You still serve Kisumu County at other level. But I want to wish you the best.
Thank you.
The Senator Sam will assist you. Senator Tam will assist you and leave. Have a good evening, Joshua. Honorable members. Honorable members, I want you to fill your checklist first, then I give the next direction.